Yes, as the title have told, my screen names are Steel. I'm here to talk to you about Orks. A friend of mine recently went to college, dropped me 1,500 points with Orks. I've been playing since around the year 2004, and I love this hobby. So I decided, and I've been watching YouTube videos by Fritz, Jolwa Balls, Blue Table Painting, etc. All the battle reports everyone's posted. Thanks to everyone who posts them. Continue to. I'm hoping to post some of my own. With this being my first vid, I might as well get to the topic at hand, which is Ork tactics. This guy right here is the basis of your army. If anyone ever asks, or you ever see on my, hopefully on the comments people will post, hopefully people will see my video, I hope. But talking about these guys. Anyone ever asks, oh, I want to improve my Ork army, what should I get? I mean, I'm thinking about Ludas. Ludas are good, but no. More boys. Always need more boys, period. Now what I like to do is throw them in a truck. Now, I don't know if I like the Speed Freak, like the lore, the Speed Freak fluff. I invest many of my points in Storm Boys and in Truck Boys. Truck Boys because 12 boys with Power Claw, shooting across the board, assaulting on turn 1 in almost every case, turn 2 at the latest, is deadly. It is like a las cannon in your hand, and you hit things with it, and it's a power weapon. Guess what? Bye-bye Space Marines. Guess what? Eldar Heroes, or Eldar Lord, whatever, strength toughness 3, bye-bye. Instant, you're dead. And same thing goes with Chaos Lords that aren't Nurgle. Bye-bye, you're gone. Guess what? My 72 base point unit with a 35 point upgraded knob just kicked your ass. Power Claws. Love to play with them, hate them when I'm against them. I played Guard. Lehman Russes go boom because of Power Claws. Now, another thing I like are Storm Boys. They are 12 points apiece, and you upgrade a knob, which will be 12 points plus 10, plus the 25 for the Power Claw, plus 5 for the Heavy Armor Boss Pull. What I've learned is if someone inflicts a wound that is not power weapon or instant fail, I always take first one on the knob. So guess what? I got more boys to attack because you don't want to lose the knob, but the boys are important. But back to Storm Boys. They're 12 points apiece. They are totally worth their points. They move 12 inches plus d6, even if they roll the 1, which causes one guy to fall on his head because they're Orks and they like to go shooting off into the sky and they don't land very well. But my point is they're going to move at least 13 inches. More than jump infantry. And guess what? You could also roll the 6 and they'll move 18. Then guess what? You call a wall, they run, and then they assault. Storm Boys are worth their weight in gold completely. If they were troop choices, I would field an army of Storm Boys. The next thing I like to discuss in my conversation of Ork tactics, mainly including boys, is the difference between the Shooter Boy and the Chopper Boy. I will begin talking about the Slugger Boy first. Strengths of the Slugger Boy. He has 4 attacks on the charge, strength 4, weapon skill 4. You're going to be hitting on 4s 90% of the time, and you're going to be wounding on 4s a good number of the time, unless you're up against Nurgle or you're up against some monstrous creatures. Or the Nightbringer. Don't get me started on the Nightbringer. You can't wound them with boys, as I found out very painfully. And killed them all. But guess what? The Power Claw took 2 wounds from him. The boys earn their points back tenfold. But let us continue. The strengths of them is that they're brutal in close combat. 3 strength 4 attacks, hitting on 4s, wounding on 4s most of the time, is just great for a 6-point model. They do have a save of 6, so of course, but they are Truck Boys, they're expendable. Their strength is just they can leap out and hit something pretty damn hard. Now weaknesses is I would normally never run them in a model 30 because all they got is pistols. They're gonna get shot up before they get there, and they won't. And unless they get there with a decent number of boys, they're not gonna hurt stuff. And that is their main weakness, is the shooting. I know it sounds crazy. I mean, Orks, they suck at shooting, but Slugger Boys suck. Too much. Shooter Boys. They're fantastic. Sure, they have 1 less attack than a Slugger Boy, but they have the shooter. Strength 4, AP 6, range 18, assault 2. You got a group of 30 guys on the move, dealing out 60 shots of punishment. You're gonna hit something. you're gonna wound something. What I do, since I keep to my Speed Freaks persona and tactics, is I load up 20 shooter boys with a knob, power cloth, my basic loadout, inside of a battle wagon. And guess what? Battle wagon, if it stays still, the way I load it out, it's gonna shoot a cannon and 4 big shooters. Or excuse me, I do believe it can only shoot the 4 big shooters. But with the Swan Sight, that's 7 big shooters and 18 shooters shooting at something 18 inches away. You're gonna wound it. You're gonna hurt it. Carnifex, I got 3 wounds. The guy rolled triple snake eyes me. That's his problem. But the point is that they can do something. And shooter boys, the only weakness is they lack an attack. Whoop-de-frickin' do. They are still 6 points, and they're still fantastic. They are the only mobs of 30 that I will run on foot. Only. Now, of course, I mean, if I have a whole bunch of extra Slugger Boys laying around, I will throw them in. But points-wise, I'm trying to... Well, this will be the, unfortunately, the end of my video. I will discuss further tactics with the boys later. But what I'm going to try to do is work in a group of Mega Knobs. This is Urban Steel signing off, and I hope this has been a productive video, and wait for part 2 of my tactics series, which will be focusing on vehicles and knobs. Thank you all.